This right here says Clark will pocket $338,056 over 4 years under her contract with Indiana Fever. In contrast, last year's number one NBA draft pick secured a $55 million 4 year contract. Just for a little bit more context, Angel Reese, her starting salary in the WNBA is around 73,000. Angel signed a 4 year, $324,383 contract with the Chicago Sky. She earned 73,439 her first year, which increases each season until she hits $93,636 in her fourth year, assuming the Sky used her in the fourth year option. We also had the president, Joe Biden, speaks on the WNBA. He says, women in sports continue to push new boundaries and inspire us all. But right now, we're seeing that even if you're the best, women are not paid their fair share. It's time that we give our daughters the same opportunities as our sons and ensure women are paid what they deserve. We also have Russell Wilson says these ladies deserve so much more. Praying for the day. Praying for the day. Let's go ahead and open this up. Talk about this WNBA salary. I'm going to go ahead and start with who want to go first? I'm going to start with a woman. Who want to go first? Go ahead, Jasmine.
Okay. I was looking at it earlier and I was thinking that I think it's just a matter of supply and demand. Just because when I was told that, there's way more NBA games, like there's like 80 NBA games versus there only being like 40 WNBA games, and there's like, I don't know, like he said, maybe 15 WNBA teams versus there being like 30 to 40, NBA teams. I'm not a sports person, but one of my friends is a really big sports person, and they're just like, it's just way more opportunity for them to be marketed in the NBA. They have way more sponsorships. They get way more endorsements. Like it's just, they got whole games 2K. Like I don't think I've seen a WNBA 2K. Like I don't think I have. But if there is one, I'm sorry. But it's just way more opportunity to make those marketing dollars. So it's just like, they're only going to get paid what it is. So people say, oh, it's like a regular job salary. But if you look at it, it kind of is like a regular job. Like if we clock in every day and some of these people make $70,000 to $80,000, like a low end doctor or nurse or something like that, like making about 70,000 to 80,000, but they're saving lives and they're doing about the same job. And they go out here, they go to training camp and they go play. So they're getting paid to do that job that they signed up for. Like these NBA players are doing a little bit more just because it's like they're like superheroes to the kids and stuff like that. Like they're looking up to them. They're marketing. They're on that, on ad campaigns everywhere. So it's like it is a disparity. I mean, yes, you can see that there's a whole large gap, but you got to look at the overall picture of it of why there is a gap, and I guess kind of make that make sense. But we already know they're not going to get paid as much, but definitely could have get paid a little bit more than that. Like, come on, like 100,000 at least. I mean, that would have been nice. Like 76,000 is kind of on the low end, especially when they're saying now with inflation that you can only live comfortably with like 90,000 as a single person. So, dang, at least give her 100,000. I don't know.
I do also want to mention too that they do have sponsors, usually the top ones. They have sponsors and even sponsorship opportunities before they even enter the WNBA. So, like, does that make a difference, Jasmine, or is it still not enough?
Yeah, I mean that sponsorship definitely makes a difference. So if Caitlin Clark, like if she's like Angel Reese, she's a pretty controversial player, and so I know she's probably going to get a bunch of sponsorships and all that endorsements just because people follow her. Like she has Twitter followers, she has the youth already and stuff. So a person like that is definitely going to already get money on the back end from just her salary, but all the other endorsements and gigs she's going to get from there. So she's just going to have to play the game outside of the game to really get that extra money that she needs. But that's what everyone's doing. Like NBA players are doing that too. Like everyone has to do that extra step to get the coin they really want to get.
Let me go ahead and go to Ruth. What are your thoughts about these NBA salaries?
I'm glad I quit. I used to play basketball. Um,
What?
yeah, I mean they got to dunk a little more, be more exciting. I don't follow. I can play, but I can watch, and I couldn't play that great, so don't be impressed. But they did confuse me for Dawn Staley or something one time, but I whatever. Anyway, I didn't impersonate her. I just think that it's the same thing that Jasmine said. That supply and demand, and give something enough time to let it naturally grow, the money will continue to grow. I'm sure when they first started, it was lower, but it's just what it is. I can't add anything else to it.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get go ahead, the Manic Genius.
I think both of the women wrapped it up pretty well. I definitely believe in economics, supply and demand. Um, but Caitlin Clark specifically, she has a Nike deal, and we don't know all the specifics, but I've been reading some estimates, and it's estimated that she's going to get, 20, is it 20 million or 200 million? Yeah, 20. I think
What?
20. Yeah, 20 million. Yeah. So she's getting she's inking, or she inked 20 million Nike deal. So that, like, she's good. But that's because she's a super talented player and like a one of a kind athlete, to where, the college women's tournament, reached record numbers. Like, she's the leading scorer of all time college basketball, both women and men. So she's a very unique individual. She's worked so hard that, you know, she's part of the reason why this conversation is so, you know, trendy. So when you work that hard, you do get paid for it. And Caitlin Clark is, her 300,000 or 338,000 that she's going to make in 4 years is nothing compared to her endorsement deals that she's going to like lock in. So she's straight. As far as the rest of them, I agree with what the women said. You got to dunk more. It's got to be more entertaining, and honestly, it just has to have more support. Because you can't pay somebody what you don't make, and there's more games. Ticket sales are higher, jersey sales are higher for men's, and it's not just that these men are superheroes. Men's basketball has been around for a very long time, and it's super competitive to make it to that elite level. Versus when you watch a WNBA game, you know, I don't think it's any secret that there's some men at the local rec league who had hoop dreams that can get out there and play and compete at the WNBA level.
Okay. Go ahead, Darwin.
I would say I would also include that as a matter of sort of the way what Manic said, filling the seats, to get those ticket sales up so you can elevate the salary cap, so you can pay the players even more, pay the staff even more, market even more to get the popularity for the game up. I mean, all these things work hand in hand. It's a business, and if you're not filling those seats, then there's an issue. And I think if I think women are going to have to be the ones that really, make the change, but it's only so much you can do. I think there's a lot of women empowerment, but I don't really see a lot going towards
What?
WNBA. I don't see it a lot. I don't see all these women that speaks on these TV shows and stuff sitting in the stands as a collective, taking their fans and their groups and say, "Hey, look, we're just gonna mass purchase all of the tickets and show up and root for the Los Angeles Sparks or whatever, even though that's the correct team or whatever." But then there's the skill. I mean, there's a skill. This is a man. I'm not gonna say it's a man's game because I don't want nobody to get triggered on this panel, but it's just some things that a woman just cannot do. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like a woman can play on a level to be awarded $55 million. I just personally don't believe a woman can get her body to be able to perform on a level as a man in this sport. And and I think that is the main reason why the salaries are different. And if they do decide, however, to come to an agreement and try to decrease the gap between the pay and the salary, just seeing somebody like Ja Morant getting paid 50 million or 20 million a year, and then Caitlin Clark getting paid the same, it would be disgusting to know that they would be getting paid the same. Whenever you put them on the same floor, this dude would probably jump over her and put his balls on her forehead and backwards
What?
in a leg dunk on her every fucking play probably. So I know nobody want to say it, but I guess I got to be the bad guy tonight. There's no fucking way.
I got you, Bruce.
Hold on. So Darwin, are you okay with her getting offered that big 3 deal?
A big 3 deal?
Yeah, did she get offered a deal?
Not sure. I mean, listen, I'm okay with anybody winning or getting the opportunity, season opportunities. But when you try to put it on the same playing field as men, bro, just stop it. It's a reach. It's a reach, and it just needs to stop. They'll never be on the same level as man. And I'm gonna sit here and stand 10 toes down on it. The skill gap is increasing over time. I mean, men are just getting even better, man. The game is changing. Women are still in the same. They're still playing the same way as Lisa Leslie's and all Candace Parker's when they was coming in. It's no different. You know, you got some people that more Caitlyn want to jack up threes more, but there's no different, man. You got guys every year, every 5-10 years, you got a new beast coming in as a man. You got a Zion Williams coming in, then you got a Ja Morant coming in. Like, it's ridiculous, man, and it's only gonna get better. And if you watch the game, you can see that.
So I'm looking at this. It says Big 3 offered Iowa's Caitlin Clark $5 million to join the league. She got offered $5 million. I'm not sure if she took it, but she got offered it.
Ice Cube?
Yeah.
To play with the men?
I guess so. Hey,
I think he's just trying to. I think he's just trying to do something new to go viral, to be the dude that bridge the gap between men and women playing in the same court.